Okay guys, welcome to another episode of turning $10 into $10,000 all by thrifting. So I started off with a $10 bill and I actually bought something for $5.99. It was a calculator and I turned that profit and got some more items. When a couple of those items sold, I went to the thrift store again and basically just kept going again and again once those items sold, and now we're up to episode 4 and 2 more items just sold from my last binge trip. Actually, this pair of Aeropostale and Peanuts Snoopy underwear, they sold wickedly quick overnight for my full asking price of $15. And so then after fees and everything, I get back $8 back into the challenge bank in some cents. I will put that right here. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what we had left in there. I don't think it was very much, like a couple dollars or so, but it'll be added right here. And then the Marine Serre new with tags top. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but this is what it looked like if you don't remember. I thought I was only going to be able to get $90 for it, but I actually listed it for $165, and someone messaged me 6 days later. They were actually an international buyer to Denmark. They wanted to know what the shipping cost and the custom fees and all that would be over there. And I was like, I honestly do not know how that works. I don't know if there's a way to check that on eBay or not. Let me know if there is. But I was like, hey, you know, hit buy or whatever, or send me an offer and hit checkout, and it should tell you before you complete the purchase, so they're not ending up like random fees later. But I just told her that, and I guess she did that and figured out the fees, and then she was like, oh, will you take $145? I'm like, yes I will, 100%. $20 off my asking price when I only thought I could get $90. That is amazing. So yes, I took that offer, and that left me I think with $108 and some cents. I put the exact right here, but that is going back into our challenge bank there. I'm filming this after I already went to the bins. So yeah, that's where we're going with. All right, I'm gonna be taking the little bit of stuff I got for Once Upon a Child today. I'll probably only get maybe $10 with this little bit, but I don't really want to wait around to fill up a bigger bag. I go by it a lot, the store, so I'll probably pick up a coffee, and then I'm going to take Plato's Closet, but I am also taking my husband's as well. He has 13 items in there, so then after I hopefully get money from them, I'll go through and see which items they took of his, and then like average it out. We don't have anything that'll like skew the numbers or anything. They're basically $4 to $5 items to begin with, nothing too crazy, so it's not gonna really skew anything at all. But yeah, I'll keep you updated on what we get from Once Upon a Child and Plato's Closet. That'll go straight back into the challenge bank. All right, so I got $18.90 from what I took in. So it looks like they didn't take the French toast skirt, this Nike, this is the Carter's onesie, the Chicago Cubs, I guess I wasn't even showing you guys, oh my god, that, and this Cars hoodie. So overall we did pretty well. I forgot to look at the receipt how many they took, but I can go back in the video and look. But yeah, not bad at all. Alright, just picked up my Platos. I have to go through it to see what they took from my husband and what they took from me, but I got $32.09 for 7 items, so not bad. Okay, little update. I just went through the bag and they actually took 4 of my husband's items and only 3 of mine, so that is $13.71 headed back into the challenge bank for me, plus that $18.90. So this is what we're at right now. Getting to the bins late. There's so many cars out here. I feel like I'm not gonna get a cart. do I do this to myself? I don't know why I come late when on Saturdays it is literally the busiest. Alright, cart secured. Where are we gonna go first? Let's see what we can find. This last rotation was insane. Also peeped this little vintage baby wood pram. But Lulu and Glory in that last rotation. Also my husband brought me a matcha. And then we're gonna get into the haul. It is very exciting. I got 73 pounds worth of items and I spent $125.04. So now our challenge bank is back down to less than $20, but you know, I got a lot of good items and I'm really excited. And spoiler alert for the next episode, one item already sold. I will put it what it is right here, but I won't spoil it too much to say what it sold for. That'll be on next week's episode, but it sold overnight, so amazing. But yeah, this is what I picked up, and I'll let you know if it's going to Plato's Closet, Once Upon a Child, or if I'm going to list it on my own. I think I have a couple pieces for myself as well. So I picked up this Zara coat. I didn't look it over too well apparently, because when I was grabbing it out of the car, I noticed that there was like a tear in the side, but now of course I'm talking about it and I can't find it, so maybe that's in a different coat. I have two coats the same color. Maybe it's not this one. The other one is adult, so I don't know how I could get them mixed up, but whatever. It is going to be not coat season anymore, but hopefully they're still looking for some coats because it still is chilly here. It's like 36 degrees and it's gonna get warm again, but then it goes back down. It'll probably get warm and go back down again because it's Indiana and it's February and March. You just don't know what to expect. You get fall, spring like 8,000 times in a row. But yeah, I'm gonna wash this up and then give it to Once Upon a Child. Then I found this Sweaty Betty sweater. Sweaty Betty is a great activewear, loungewear brand. I don't find it too often, but when I do, it usually sells pretty quickly and for a good price. I think I will probably list this for $30, $35 depending on what the comps look like, but it is very cute, size small, and it just has a little bit of wash wear. Okay, maybe this was the coat I thought I saw. Maybe it was just a feather that came out of the Zara. I don't know, because I'm not seeing what I was talking about. Whatever. Okay, so this is an LL Bean coat. I was going to give it to my brother, but I don't know what I was thinking because it's obviously women's and I don't think he wants to wear faux fur on his hood. So yeah, I'm gonna sell this, and like I said, it's not really coat season anymore, but I could not pass this up. It was in such good condition. Down, this faux fur is in really good condition. Like, they didn't put it in the washer. So yeah, I didn't look up comps, but I'm guessing at least $50. And I know, another coat, but the coats were very good. I'm gonna actually send this to Thredup. I had just sent them a Michael Kors jacket. I don't think it was even down, and this one's down, and they priced it pretty high. It hasn't sold yet, but I don't know. This one's kind of more lighter weight, so hopefully someone wants that for the springtime. You know, where it's still like 40, 50 degrees, and you kind of just want, it's a little lighter weight coat. I don't know, hopefully, but I'm going to send that off to them, and I hope to get at least $30 back from Thredup for that. Probably would help if I got the sleeves out. Looks a little nicer. I got this Hugo Boss men's quarter zip jacket. Quarter zips are in right now. mostly from Polo, but other brands can do well. This is a XXL, so I thought it was very good, and you know, transitional lightweight jacket for spring. And these new with tag Levi's. They are actually the rib cage straight ankle jeans. I would usually sell something like this to Plato's Closet, and I'm pretty sure that they would buy it because the rib cage is a very popular style. And they are straight leg and have a raw hem, but I think I can sell these for a lot more than what I would get from Plato's. So I'm gonna do that. And actually I found a couple of Fix items. These were actually at the Goodwill for $8.99. I wouldn't pay that, so thankfully I found them at the bins. But this one is a Figs small, and I have another one in a medium. I don't know where that is right now, my big pile, but whatever. Oh, this is for my husband, you know, kind of a little naughty shirt, if you know, I'm not gonna read it, but yeah. So he's getting that. And I'm not gonna subtract anything out, you know, it's a couple dollars. It's not gonna really mess with the challenge that much. I'll see what I have at the end, and maybe I'll subtract like $2 or something, you know, but probably not. It's really not that big of a deal. And then this Carter's new with tags going to Once Upon a Child. The Children's Place new with tags going to Once Upon a Child. This is a great size for them because it is an XXL, and they don't get a lot of those sizes, especially new with tags, so I'm pretty positive that they will take that. They've only passed on a couple of things that I had that were new with tags, and I never found out why. I think one was like a swim top, and they were like, no, we don't take swim like separates. And I'm like, but it's just like a shirt, like you can wear anything, like any swim bottoms with it. But honestly, it probably wasn't even sold as a set, so I don't know. I thought that was weird, but whatever, they have rules. And then this Ralph Lauren top that's going to Once Upon a Child. And these super cool Ariat pants. I can't remember what size they are. Oh yeah, they're men's, 30, 34. It's like boot cut. They do have some wear on the hems, but both of the hems look like that, so it might be intentional, or like someone cut them intentionally, at least like that. But I don't think that'll make a problem trying to sell them at all. So these I'm going to sell on my own. Then I have this Adidas crossbody. It has like a spot right here for like your essentials or phone or something, and like little essentials that aren't zipped. And then I would use this for like a water bottle or something like that. If Plato's doesn't take it, I actually might use it because I'm gonna go on vacation soon, and this would be pretty nice to have, but we'll see if they take it. And they pulled out a very, very nice bin where I found a bunch of activewear pieces. One of them being these Outdoor Voices shorts. They are in a size extra small, but they are very clean condition. And I'm gonna take them to Plato's Closet. Outdoor Voices doesn't really do that well for me, but they're always looking for nice outerwear pieces. And also in that same bin, I found several pairs of Viore pants. I know my Plato's would take these, but I'm going to sell them. I actually sold, I believe, these. They look the same. They smell nice too. They just smell like clean. I sold these, I believe, for $80, $72 to $80, I believe. So I'm definitely going to sell these on my own. They do need a little bit of a wash. They have just a little color transfer there, and on the waistband here, but I think it's just from the bins. So definitely gonna sell these on my own and hopefully get around the same price. It was so weird, like they they usually rotate, you know, the bins in like some kind of rhyme or reason, but they rotated this particular bin twice in a row, and I was still kind of like working on it. Like they rotated it probably an hour after I got there, okay, and then they did another one, and then I like to go to the new bin. Usually I go to the new bins. So I went to that one and then over there, and I was finishing up that one. Then I was like, okay, I need to go back to this one. And then they started rotating it. I was like, no, I bet there's still Viore and Lululemon and all those activewear pieces still in there. I don't know. I mean, I finished that one bin where I found them all, but like, I feel like they kind of got shuffled around because that wasn't the bin that I started off with. So like, people threw them. They're like, nah, I don't want Viore. I don't want Lululemon. I don't want Outdoor Voices, you know. So I was pretty certain there was probably a couple more pieces in there, but unfortunately those items went to the back and probably off to the landfill. But then we have this Crown and Ivy kids dress going to Once Upon a Child. New with tag Reebok pants going to Once Upon a Child. It does say 2-piece set on it, so hopefully they take it, even though there isn't a top to go with it. But these are just sweatpants. I feel like that's not mandatory to have the 2-piece set, but I don't know what the rules are really. Then we have this Buffalo Bills hoodie that's new with tags that my cousin found and gave to me. I'm going to take that to Plato's Closet. They always love like NFL teams or any sportswear teams and things like that. I picked up this little game for Once Upon a Child. I'm not sure if they'll take it or not, but it was brand new. If not, I might give it to one of my nephews or nieces. And I found some new in the package, Victoria's Secret panties. I'm not sure. No, they are the same size. I don't know if I'll lock them up or not, or just list them individually. We'll see. And here are the Lululemon pants I was talking about in that one bin that they took away so quickly. They're just men's, size 30. They have the rip tag still in them, but very excellent condition. I'm going to sell them on my own. I know Plato's would take them, but I will get more. And we have this cool Harley Davidson shirt. It is a larger size, 4XL. Kind of older, I think, and it is from South Dakota. This is what the back looks like. It's pretty cool. Like, I like seeing all the different graphic designs that they come up with. Does have a lot of like fuzziness and fur almost like on it, so I will have to give that a wash. Oh yeah, it does say 2008, so not quite vintage, but almost. And Plato's won't take 4XL, so I will sell that on my own. Then we have this cute halter tie neck Hollister dress, new with the tags. I'm going to give that to Plato's Closet, and hopefully they take it. They're kind of hit and miss on my Hollister pieces, but with it being new with tags, hopefully they take it. And close to summer, so they should probably take that. And then my cousin gave me this Lobo by Pendleton jacket. I obviously know what Pendleton is, but I don't know what Lobo by Pendleton is. Obviously a different line, but it was in very good condition, no holes, or I think the discoloration will come off. It looks like it's just like part of it got dusty from the bins, but yeah, not really needing another jacket to list, but how can you pass up Pendleton at the bins? Okay. Then we have this Rachel Zoe kids dress going to Once Upon a Child. Very vacation-y, so I'm sure they'll take it for spring and summer. My cousin also handed me this Taylor Swift Eras Tour sweatshirt. It is pretty faded, more on the back. It has washwear, but I still think I can get a decent amount for it. I feel like Plato's would even take it in this condition just because they know Taylor Swift is really hot right now, but I'm gonna try to sell it myself. I sold one that didn't really look like this. It was a sweater, but it had like the same printing on it. But maybe list it out. Oh wait, the tours are back here. It's just really faded. Dang. But yeah, so like the sweater version of this, and it was not this cottony material, it was more satiny. It sold for $60, so hopefully I can get at least half on this, $30 or so. I just picked up these Marisa shorts for myself. I always need some more shorts in my life. I really don't, but at the bins, how can I pass that up? Oh. And then we got this Gymshark top. It does have a spot on the back here, if you can tell, but hopefully it'll wash out, and then I will take it to Plato's Closet. Gymshark doesn't really sell that well for me anymore, but you know, it is kind of faded, so who knows if they will actually take it. They usually do, but. And then I picked up this Torrid jacket to sell on Thredup, because Torrid does very well for me on Thredup, actually. I sell it a lot of times myself too, but like the older pieces I can't move, and this one is from 2017, but they still move pretty well on Thredup. This is like a jacket zip up hoodie almost. It's kind of like a blazer jacket, blazer hoodie jacket. I don't know. It's kind of giving like office or work from home when you have to be on a Zoom call, but like you want to be comfy. That's what kind of what I feel like that is. But they should price this pretty high, and I should get about, I don't know, $10 to $15 for it. Found a new with tags Salt Life hat. Just have some bins dust on it, but that comes right off. I don't really have a lot of Salt Life items that I sell, but you can't really go wrong with the new with tags hat. I am seeing a little bit more discoloration on it, unfortunately, but I mean, it is new. It has this and this inside, so unless someone just like put it back in there, or maybe they stored it, I don't know, but it has the tag. I could probably sell that to Plato's, but they price their hats so low, so I'm not gonna do that. Then we have these Page jeans. They're called the Maisley. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these yet. I think I'm going to send them to Thredup just because they are a skinnier leg and it seems to do better on Thredup. And colored denim doesn't do that well for me, so they're going to go to Thredup. Oh boy, another jacket. I think this is the last one. But this is another kid's jacket, so hopefully they're still taking jackets, but it is a Zara puffer jacket. Oh, and then I picked up this dress for myself. It is just Knox Rose from Target. They discontinued it, and a lot of people love it, so I'm sure if it doesn't fit me right or I don't love it on myself, I could sell it. But I'm definitely going to try it on first because it's very springy summer boho, and I'm going on vacation, so maybe I can take that when I go this summer. Then I picked up this new with tags Old Navy activewear skirt for Plato's Closet. Since it's new with tags and like sporty activewear, I decided to give it a go with Plato's Closet. They usually don't take my Old Navy pieces, like jeans and stuff like that, but I know I have seen sweatpants and skirts and activewear, so hopefully they take mine. Then we have some Adidas sweatpants that'll be going to Plato's Closet as well. Kind of hit or miss with Adidas, but these were fairly new and in pretty good condition. Just need to give them a wash. They don't really have any pilling or anything like that, so hopefully they take them. Then my grandma found these Kenneth Cole boots. I thought they were new, but looking them over a little more, they do show some wear down here, but I just thought they were new because they have that in there. I know people can store them like that, but yeah, I'm thinking they're not new anymore, but they're in very good condition, and this riding boot almost like style is definitely still trending, so I think they would do okay. Maybe not this season, but hopefully for the fall. So I might have to wait 6 months for these. I was gonna look this up and then I forgot it was in my cart, so I don't know. I might go to Once Upon a Child. I'm not sure if mine really take stuffed animals, but it is new with tags, so they might. Then we have new with tags Shabby Chic little romper going to Once Upon a Child. Oh, I was like, what is this? I think my cousin picked this out for my husband and then I forgot to show him it. And it has a lot of pilling on the back. It's just Graysoned. And it has like some kind of goth thing on the side. So I guess hopefully he'll wear it. And then we have a North Face jacket. I lied. This is the last jacket, I think. If Once Upon a Child doesn't take it, which I don't think they will because it does have like some discoloration that I don't think will get out, like a pen mark and just kind of more just beyond the basic discoloration, if that makes sense. Like it's kind of more in the fabric like this one. I'll see what happens after I wash it up, but if not, I can just send it into the North Face trade-in program and they should give me $10 for it. Then I got these Old Navy kids shorts, new with the tags, going to Once Upon a Child. Then I found this new with tags, super cute Vineyard Vines dress. I know Vineyard Vines doesn't sell too well anymore, but I couldn't pass it up with $178 retail. I figured I could at least get $30 for it, if not more. Then I got this vintage Gymboree top. I know that their kids brand, Vintage Gymboree, is selling very high for certain pieces right now. I'm not sure about the women's or men's pieces, like the adult ones. And this does have a stain on the front that I don't think I can get out, but hopefully I can get something for it being vintage. I mean, it's cute. I feel like a coach or something could wear that. And I picked up this John Galt cardigan. I probably shouldn't have, now that I look at it a little more. I mean, it is white, and it does have some wash wear, but I don't know. My Plato's Closet loves John Galt and Brandy Melville, so they might still take it. This is the other Figs top I was talking about. This is a medium, so I won't be able to bundle them together, but I do pretty well with Figs. Even though I don't have the full set, it still does pretty well for me. You got these socks for my husband. He likes tacos and he likes peppers. We're actually going to get tacos tonight. And I don't know about you, but at my bins, it's very hard to find sets. Oh no. As I'm talking about this, I realize there's a big hole. That is so upsetting. Womp. Well, what I was going to say is it's very hard to find sets at my bins, but I found one, but now I'm sad again because it has a hole. So, maybe I'll try to see if someone can repair that for me and sell it then, or I'll wear it. It is my size and I love sets, so. I got this Athleta sweater. I believe it is a wool blend. Let me double check. It just feels like, yeah, nylon, alpaca, merino extra fine wool, but it is from 2018. And like I said in some of my other videos, if you watch them, like my what sold videos, I'm not picking up Athleta that is older than 2023 or 2024. But since this was such a good fabric content, I am going to send it to Thredup. And I sent a lot of my Athleta that's older to Thredup because it does well on there. I don't know why. Usually the pants, the couple sweaters that I've sent haven't done too well, but they have sold, I think, all but one. And it was in the summer that I sent it. Like, duh, it's not going to sell. But hopefully this gets listed before it gets summertime. And somehow these, I don't remember picking these up. These Under Armour shorts, I don't know why I would have picked them up. They're not new with tags. I guess I'm going to try to see if Plato's wants them. I don't know. That baffles me how some items just randomly show up in my cart. But whatever. And then I have this vintage The Mountain shirt with this big kitty on it. I know it's gonna do so well. People love cats, you know, and it's a great size, and it is from 2002, so it is vintage. And my grandma found me this Ann Taylor, new with tags, long line blazer jacket that I'm gonna sell on my own. Super cute. I would totally wear that. And then my husband found this Drew hoodie, which if you don't know, this is Justin Bieber's brand, and it resells very, very high. I saw some go for like 180. Not very sure on this exact colorway yet, but I've been on the lookout for Drew for a while and I've never found it, and yeah, now I have it. It is a size extra small, so that kind of sucks, but I don't think that'll really hinder the price too much. And then I got some McLucks new with tag cabin socks. I always pick these up just for, people usually bundle them, or if they sell on their own, they sell for like 10 bucks or so. Then I got two of these vintage jockey briefs. They are from 1999, so I will lot these two together. Oh wait, no I won't. JK. I thought they were the same size, so I will not lot these two together, but I sold a 3-pack of vintage underwear a while ago. Can't remember how much, but it was very decent amount. So I figured these can probably go for $15 each. My grandma also handed me this new with tags Sarah Jessica Parker dress, and I was like, nah, I don't think her brand really does that well. It retails for $3.95, but we all know retail doesn't equal resale value. But I looked this dress up, and it is consistently selling for over $100. So I'm very happy about that, and it is very cute. I don't usually pick up wigs or anything. I don't really find them actually, but this one is new and it's human hair, and I looked it up, and it should go for about $20–25. It was new $40. It's not really in a very desirable, in my opinion, style, this pixie cut and silver, but you know, it's not my cup of tea, but it could be someone's. Then I got these American Eagle stovepipe jeans. They are from 2024, that's why I picked them up. And they are straight leg, so I think Plato's Closet will take them from me. And we have these Zara pants. It looks like they were already sold on Once Upon a Child, so they took them once, so I'm gonna assume they're gonna take them again. And I picked up this Calia top to send to Plato's Closet, but if they don't take it, this is my size, and I do need some more tank tops. Then I got these girls Under Armour shorts for Once Upon a Child, and then they're in a larger size, so I think they'll take them. So much stuff, guys. It's crazy. And I have this Carter super cute one piece. It is a newborn, but I just couldn't pass it up because it just screams spring to me, so got a bra for myself. And I've never heard of this brand. It's called Next, but it's made in Sri Lanka, and I feel like pieces made there are usually very good quality, so I'll have to look this up. But if it's not as good as what I'm thinking it is, I'm gonna send it to Once Upon a Child. Otherwise, I will list it. Then I got a North Face shirt for the trade-in program. Oh, these are the other Viore pants that I found in that one bin that they took away too quickly. Why I didn't check them, I don't know, but the gamble paid off. They do have some wash wear, but they are a size XX large, so in a very, very good size. Yeah, just a little wash wear. I'm gonna sell these on my own, hopefully for $30 at least with this wash wear. Then I have this Ralph Lauren sequin jumpsuit that I'm gonna send to Thredup. Ralph Lauren does very well for me on there. I have been selling some Ralph Lauren in the bigger sizes. That tends to do well for me, but littler sizes I send off to Thredup. My cousin was cooking the other day. He found me this Free People Beach set, pants and sweater, and actually that was in that same bin with all the Viore and activewear pieces. I know Plato's Closet would take it, but I'm certain I can get more money for it. Then I picked up this Tommy Bahama quarter zip. I'm not really sure why. I have a couple that aren't selling, but this one has the size and a lot of mine don't since they're reversible. So hopefully this will help actually have them the correct size. Then we have some Aritzia sweatpants. These are gonna go to Plato's Closet. They love Aritzia there, and I can't really sell it that quickly on my own. Some smart wool socks. I've never sold their socks. I know I have another pair laying around here that I have yet to list. So I don't know how this is gonna go. Oh, this is a J. Crew top I think I got for my husband. And here's some Hurley swim trunks for Once Upon a Child. And we have this cute Disney Belle dress that's knit from Once Upon a Child. And we have a Pilcro button-down plaid top. It does have some washwear, but I'm gonna try to send it to Plato's Closet and see if they take it first. Then I have this Wonder Nation kids dress from Once Upon a Child. It's a J. Crew shirt for my husband. J. Crew. If he doesn't want them, then I will sell them, but he didn't get to look at them. He came with, but then I forgot about them. Another pair of Mucklucks new tag socks. Athletic Girl skirt, good size, extra large, going to Once Upon a Child. Oh, this is Lioness. I believe it's sold at Urban Outfitters or Revolve. It's just a ruched bodycon dress. I'm gonna try Plato's Closet first before I sell it on my own. And then we have two pairs of Figs pants. They are on the same size and style, so I am going to lot these up and hopefully sell them quicker. And we have these Uggs. I'm not sure what size they are actually. I thought they were on the inside, but now I can't find them. And they're not on the bottom either, so that sucks, but they look smaller, maybe like a 6 or so. But I'm gonna sell these on my own. Then we have these Choco boots. I've never found their boots before, and these were in very good condition. Again, it sucks that it's going into springtime and people aren't gonna be really buying boots, but this is what I found. And then I always pick up vintage patterns. I lot them up, so these don't really weigh anything. I'm not gonna show them being sold like individually or anything like that. I just have a bundle that I put them in, so you'll see them there. I think this is the last thing. Yes, this airy activewear skirt that's gonna go to Plato's Closet. So yeah, that was a lot of items. I'm pretty confident that with what I already sold, that little vintage wooden like stroller, doll stroller I guess, or it could be any decor or baby shower item or something like that, I don't know. With that and the Plato's Closet and Once Upon a Child, I think I can definitely get up to 125 again before even listing and selling anything on my own. But you know, you have to stay tuned for episode 5 to see what I get with Plato's Closet and Once Upon a Child, and stay tuned to see what sells. Bye.